Presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., nephew of JFK and son of RFK, recently went on the Joe Rogan podcast where he talked about the dangers and his criticisms of the COVID vaccine. I don't think I can get into it too much because this is YouTube, but this is the thing that I like most about RFK. He's not afraid to go out there and say controversial things that go against the establishment, even if it will hurt his political reputation and will hurt the way that he is viewed among his peers. RFK is somebody that actually cares about the people. He is the Democrats' version of Trump, essentially, right? We had Trump come in and he went after the establishment. His biggest thing was a lot of anti-war takes, right? He went against this pro-war America that we had for so long. He actually called out the lies that Bush was spreading and that the entire establishment was spreading, really. And that was the big thing for Trump. He was anti-war, and that's a big deal, especially for a GOP presidential candidate. That is huge. And that's why we love Trump. On top of that, Trump was also pretty good on most of the social issues. So that was nice too. Now on the other end, we have RFK. Now, I'm not a huge fan of all of his social issues. He is a Democrat at the end of the day. He does have some liberal leaning views. But it's not like far left like the average Democrat is today. He's nothing like AOC. He's not like Joe Biden. He's a lot better than that. He's pretty much conservative and moderate on most issues as far as I can tell. There might be a few that he has a more liberal take on, but I haven't seen much on his social stances at to this point. He's been more quiet about that. But he is going after the establishment, right? He is going after the way that the government handled COVID. He has consistently gone after that. He has gone after the CIA. He has gone after all of these intelligence agencies and is really trying to bring to light what they have been doing to the American people. That is very rare in a politician, and that is something we need to be very excited for. That is something that we need to support, something that we need to promote. Despite him being a Democrat, I don't think that should kill any support for him. He's not my favorite presidential candidate in the race right now. I still like Trump more. But I'd take a guy like RFK over a guy like Ron DeSantis. DeSantis has consistently been on the establishment side on all of these controversial issues. Sure, he's good on the social stuff, but he's not going to open up any new conversation. He's not going to bring to light something that was hidden behind closed doors. Putting a guy like DeSantis in office is just reverting back to the pre-Trump days, back when the entire establishment was just like piggybacking off of each other, where they pretend like they were fighting while all really being on the same side. A guy like Trump, he went in and he disrupted that. That's why the GOP didn't like him and the Democrats didn't like him. We're seeing the same thing with RFK. The Democrats hate the guy, and the mainstream Republicans don't like him either. They're trying to shut him up. They want him to be quiet. RFK is trying to go out and say, hey, go debate me on these topics. He's saying, I am willing to have a conversation with one of these people that claims to be an expert that is trying to get my voice, trying to get my platform shut down. He's going out there and he's making these claims. They put together a donation where they said if they can get this guy, this expert to come on I believe it was the Joe Rogan show. I believe that's where they're trying to set it up. Um, they're trying to put it together where will make, I believe it's a $100,000 donation, $100,000 donation. If the expert simply is willing to go on and defend his views, but they won't do it because they are hiding something. They know that they are in the wrong. They are unwilling to defend their positions. And what has this caused? This has caused people to actually look at the issue and be like, huh, I wonder what's going on here. Now, vaccines is a term that is trending on Twitter. This is being put in the mainstream. People are starting to care. The people that were criticizing COVID, they were completely shut up for years. We were forced to be quiet, stay quiet, to muzzle up with those masks, That's what they forced us to do. Nobody, no candidate, no politician was willing to go out and talk about what was going on behind the scenes. Not even Trump. Even Trump was supporting a lot of this stuff. Behind closed doors, it seems like he was against some of it. I think he understands some of the consequences. But he's been very quiet about it because it's a very risky move. But RFK doesn't care. RFK is going out and he's actually forcing the public to talk about it. He's causing public discourse. Sure, everybody talking about the vaccines are not all of them are on our side. Not all of them are actually considering, um, going against the mainstream opinion, right? Plenty of people are still very pro the lockdowns and everything. Lots of liberals, lots of brain dead people. But they're still having to go out and talk about it, and now they're being forced to defend their positions against what seems to start being a majority who are doing the opposite. We're starting to attack this. We're starting to question. That's what we need. A presidential candidate who causes questioning. Hundreds of thousands of people are talking about this now just because we had a presidential candidate have the balls to go out and say it on a podcast. RFK is talking about issues that go against the establishment. He is very clearly on our side. He is very clearly pro public. He cares about the American people, unlike any politician other than Trump. That is awesome. That is the type of Democrat we like. I don't care if he's running as a Democrat, as a Democrat. It's like, whatever. You know what? If you're on our side, you're on our side. There was once a time in America where every single state was a swing state. At any point, you could see the entire country go from completely red to completely blue in just 4 years because, there weren't just complete nutcases on one side. We've gotten to the point where everybody in the Democratic Party is just crazy, and that's why it's been like, oh, I'd never vote for a Democrat is the average position. And then the crazies on the Democrat side are like, oh, I'd never vote for a Republican. That's because it's been so polarized. RFK is a moderate on the social issues, which really makes it, and which makes him like more Republican, honestly. But he's a moderate on the social issues that I've seen so far. He is on our side on most of them, and he's willing to go out and challenge the establishment. His views, it would make more sense for him to run as a Republican, and that's why I think like I like him. I can support him. He would probably his correct party would probably be Republican, but he knows he'd never beat out Trump, so he's trying to go after Biden. He's hoping that maybe he can make a splash. And that's exciting. It's exciting to have a candidate on the party that is opposed to you actually doing something positive, actually being somebody that you can support. Again, I would take RFK over any single candidate we have right now other than Trump because he's the only one that has consistently come out here and shown that he cares about us. He's going to open up old files. He's going to go up through governmental history and he's going to release this stuff to the public. He's going to let us know what's going on behind closed doors and he's going to question it all the way. If you don't think this guy is on your side, you need to open your eyes. You need to really see what's going on here. This guy he's actually calling out the BS. Like sure, if you want just another governmental shill who's just going to be controlled opposition, go take a guy like DeSantis. Go take any other Republican. Or if you want a guy that's actually going to be on our side and is actually going to move the needle even further, creating more conversation, opening up and waking up more and more American people, that's why we need RFK. We need a guy who's willing to do that. I am still, like I said, diehard Trump supporter. I mean, I got the Trump hat on right now. I mean, yeah, on the screen, obviously, and also IRL. So yeah, I got the Trump hat on. I love Trump. But look, if I had to pick a guy that wasn't Trump, it would be RFK. This guy is a true American patriot. He actually cares about us, and that is exactly what we need. Somebody who's willing to question, somebody who's willing to actually make people think. It's awesome. It is so awesome to have a guy like this. I'm going to wrap up the video though on that note. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. I just created a Discord server. The link is in the description of this video. So, yeah, the only way we can actually fight back against all the woke elites is by creating community. So that's what I'm trying to do there. So if you're interested in that, go into the description, join. You can talk to me and fellow subscribers, other people interested in the same stuff as you. So yeah, that's great. But like I said, I am heading out, so so long. Peace out, and God bless y'all.